it's not very windy out today for once. Sorry. Literally walking out here, I ran into like a whole bunch of like webs. So there's probably like webs on me right now. Like, what can I say, man? It's in that time of year. Bugs are out everywhere. Spiders got to eat too, I guess. So yesterday was fun. You know, I got to pretty much spend the day with my dad, but you know, I got some stuff done around here. You know, my low is the fact that, you know, it's pretty much just my father and I, and we'll be going home a little bit later this afternoon. But, you know, being up here at all is already a treat as it is. So I guess it's not that big of a deal that, you know, it's just the two of us. I mean, I really could just say that being up here at Keuka Lake is my high and be done with it. But, you know, last night I went to the Swits. That was fun because they have, you know, dancing and stuff like that on Saturday nights. So I had a blast. That was great. And my act of kindness was before my dad and I went to church, because we go to church at 4 o'clock in Bath on Saturdays. My mom had called and she mentioned that at some point we have to water the flowers, and that's what I wound up doing. I wound up watering all the flowers. Look at this. Look at all these cobwebs. I don't know if you can tell, but there's like a whole bunch of spider webs like right there. And I just literally walked into one. See? Like, look at that. I'm literally caught in the spider's web right now. Oh, there we go. I'm free. It's okay. Hey, look, I can see the spider right there. There's a lot of people on the internet right now looking at this thinking, should I kill the spider? But then I think technically that would make this video a snuff film. No, I'm not going to kill the spider. I'll let it live for now. I am kind to all the animals, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I'll swat a fly if it... I accidentally just kicked this chair underneath. Hold on. There we go. I mean, let me put some of this back. My father and I actually did a little bit of sun tanning yesterday when we got up here, and you know, it was a lot of fun. It was great. Just being in natural sunlight. You probably can't tell right now because it's early in the day, but by the time the sun starts reaching its highest point, it's going to be facing that way. And this entire dock is just like covered in sunlight, which was great. Because, you know, then you can, you know, suntan all you want on this dock. I stayed out for about, I didn't tan for very long. I think I tanned for like maybe 20 to 30 minutes. Not long. Yeah, I went back inside. Actually, I went back inside because between the fact that it was already a hot day and the sun just beating down on me, I started to get really sweaty. Which I would think is kind of like, I know I'm not the only one who would ever get sweaty like that, just being out in the sun like that. I'm sure a bunch of people who like to suntan, oh my gosh, I just realized that's probably the reason why spray tanning exists. Because you don't get sweaty doing that. Oh, maybe you would, unless it was like unless like the spray tanning thing was like really hot or something. That'd be probably hot, I suppose. So, good morning and happy Sunday, everybody. It is Sunday. You know, it's actually the final Sunday of Pride Month. Yeah, I guess I could have done a little bit better celebrating Pride Month now, but believe it or not, this is actually the shirt. Actually, this is a shirt I do like to. I like to wear this outfit, like right here. See, like this outfit I'm wearing, I like to wear at least one time in the month of June, just because it's about as close to, you know, the Pride colors that you could get that I have. You know, because the Pride colors is essentially, well, here's the thing, the Pride colors is technically a rainbow, but they always only have 6 colors. A real rainbow has 7 colors. So no one ever gives love to indigo. Have you noticed that? Like, whenever you see, like, the Pride symbol, you know, the rainbow, like, you see red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet, but no indigo. Come on, man, indigo's got to have some love. This is Pride Month, man. You want to be accepting and put indigo in there, you know? I don't know, that's just me. I mean, it's Roy G. Biv, not Roy G. Biv, you know? Okay, enough ranting on that. So last night, after church, my dad and I went to the Village Tavern for dinner, and here's the thing. Every now and again, whenever we go to the Village Tavern, someone orders this one it's essentially like a boil, right? Where it comes in like a big metal, like pot-like dish or whatever, and like everything is in there. So this time, I'm like, you know what? I'll try the boil. It had a shrimp, andouille sausage, salt potatoes, corn on the cob, edamame of all things. And because it was boiled, they gave you some of the broth too. And they gave me like a baguette for, dipping into the broth. Oh man, that was great. Like, don't get me wrong, I had like they give you beer bread, and I had French onion soup before that too, and that was awesome. But man, this boil, it really hit the spot for me. Like, okay, so no kidding, last night was the first time I ever tried edamame. If you don't know what edamame is, they're essentially like a bean in like a really waxy, fibrous pod. And I tried to make the rookie mistake and just eat the thing wholesale, but you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to like suck the little beans out, and like you throw away the pod, or just put the pod on like a plate or something. It was really, really good, and I highly recommend. I actually like edamame now. I didn't know that. That again, first time ever tried edamame. It was awesome. Corn on the cob. I mean, some people like to say the corn on the cob is the best part of the boil. I really wouldn't go that far, but I definitely see the appeal why. Salt potatoes, I mean, who doesn't love salt potatoes, man? Not to mention, I live in upstate New York. Salt potatoes is like one of our signature is like one of upstate New York's signature dishes. Specifically West New York, around the Syracuse area. In case anyone wanted like some geographical regional knowledge, I guess. And the andouille sausage, I love me some andouille sausage. I literally love, this is gonna sound kind of weird, but I will admit, growing up, I hated like the Polish sausage, kielbasa, stuff like that. But as I grew up and gave it a chance, I really liked that. So needless to say, the andouille sausage was amazing. And man, the shrimp. I mean, it's called the shrimp boil. The shrimp had better deliver, and they did. And the entire thing was so hot. Like, here's the thing. I mentioned before that one of my mom's biggest sort of quirks is whenever she orders soup, it's got to be like burning the roof of your mouth in order to eat it, in order for her to, eat it. And because of the fact that this was served in like a giant metal pot, which was just boiled or whatever, like, it really was that it would have hit the spot for her. And man, I'll tell you what, this broth was spicy. I mean, it was real spicy. I'm talking like I had to blow on it. Actually, it was really fortunate I saved my soup spoon for this. I had to like blow like that, whatever. And because it was spicy, like I had like the runny nose to prove it, whatever. Totally worth it though. Like, if you love a good shrimp dish, this really hit the spot. If you're in the mood for a boil, it was definitely worth it. Although, here's the thing. The two specials I had last night were the boil that I had and like a barbecue plate, which is supposed to be like a quarter of a chicken, a third of a rack of ribs, pulled pork, like coleslaw, I think, and I forget what else. But it was like that, and I'm like, what do I have? I don't know. It was hard. But then, like, okay. Before I wound up ordering what I ordered, which was the boil, if you know one thing about the Village Tavern, it's this. There's this one guy who's like this old blind piano player. His name is old blind piano player, and he'll eat there before he like starts playing the piano or whatever. He got the boil, so I'm like, you know what? Follow that guy. He knew what he was doing. And yeah, so that's why I wound up getting the boil. I essentially let, a blind piano player pick out my dinner for me, if you want to call it that. But hey, I just said he knew what he was doing, and he got it. So that's really cool. What else? My father actually tried their chicken parmesan for the first time, which, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. The way I see it at the Village Tavern, two of their best dishes are the chicken marsala and the chicken parm. They're both good, but because they both feature, big, breaded chicken breasts or whatever. It depends, which one you have depends on two things. Are you in the mood for marsala wine and tomato sauce, and are you in the mood for pasta or mashed potatoes? Because if you order the marsala, it's the marsala wine sauce with mushrooms and mashed potatoes. And, chicken parmesan comes with pasta. So there you go. And honestly, I don't think I could choose between either one. They're both really good, and I highly recommend that. But the boil was a special. And it may or may not be a crapshoot as to whether or not they have it again. So that's why I wound up getting it. That barbecue play I mentioned earlier, they have that a lot more often than not. So I'll definitely have plenty of opportunities to try that. The boil, though, this is what I want to have. It was like a hot broth. It was really good. Everything was to my liking for sure. Plenty of spice. Trust me, it was. And after that, my father and I, we got the ice cream. Actually, usually what we do now is we get ice cream at this one place called Keuka Creamery, and they serve a Hershey's ice cream. And normally what I get is a turtle sundae. If you don't know what turtle sundae is, it's like pecans, caramel, and chocolate sauce. But I have it with birthday cake ice cream. Oh, man. Seriously, birthday cake ice cream is on my Mount Rushmore of ice cream flavors. So this, Hershey's is a good birthday cake ice cream. I highly recommend that for sure. Then we went home, watched some TV for a little bit. I fell asleep for a little bit, then I woke up, and then I went to the Sweats to listen to some music and dancing, just have a good time. And it was a good time. And I picked a good weekend to do this because, for those of you who don't know, upstate New York had a lot of high school and, college graduates returning home for the summer. Summer has essentially begun. And for once, I wasn't because whenever I go to the Sweats, I'm usually one of the younger people there. But it definitely appeared now that, okay, I actually have people I can call my peers for once. And it's great. Everyone there having a good time, do a lot of listening to some good music and dancing. It was a blast, dude. I can't wait to go back next week. Sports is awesome. Definitely party central for me. So, yeah. Sorry, unfortunately, we liked it. It's not really my decision as to whether or not we go anywhere for dinner. It's really, my folks. And once we get stuck in our ways, it's kind of hard to change our minds. So getting the rest of the 13 best places on Keuka Lake to show on my social media is going to be a little bit harder than I thought it would be. But I'm definitely going to try and make a better effort in doing so. I mean, again, it's only late June right now. I still have all of July, all of August, the vast majority of September. So I got time. I'll definitely make plans to go to at least one of those places in the coming weeks. That's actually a goal I have. I mean, to be fair, I could have at least taken photos of where these places are if I ever drove by them. But it really wouldn't do much if I didn't show what I got and how good the food is, And unfortunately, one of these places, I'm not going to mention who it is yet, is under renovations, and for that reason, they're temporarily closed. So getting that one is going to be kind of hard. And again, I could totally just take a photo of the place itself. And actually, I have driven by this particular place during the renovations, and On the outside, it looks great. I mean, they still have to work on stuff like siding and stuff like that, but I really am digging like the superficial outside of the building changes that they've done so far. I'm really digging that. So when that place reopens, I won't be surprised if, that place is standing room only, because it really is a good place. And I definitely have to, go there, or at least show you that place in due time. So that's something I definitely gotta do. I really think 2022 is going to be the year I pull it off and go to all 13 places, or at least drive by all 13 places. That's kind of a goal I have. I mean, come to think of it, I could literally show you 2 of those places right now. From where I am, I can actually see where they are. It's just from your point of view, it's going to be so far away, you're not going to be able to see them proper. Not to mention, one of those 2 places is kind of a stretch as to whether or not I can see it from where I am. Well, okay, in case you really want to know, like over there where I'm pointing, I believe that's the waterfront. Don't quote me on that. It looks like it's the waterfront. And right over there, where I'm pointing to, I don't know if you can see, that's where Lakeside is. So, yeah, you got at least 2 more places that I just revealed. Way to go. Actually, you know what? I think it's really about done here. So, again, I had a great time at Village Tavern last night. I had a great time at the Swits. June's almost over. And one last thing, I gotta talk about this now. Peas Macarons had their 2-year opening celebration yesterday. I couldn't go because I had to be with my dad all day. But, I dropped by off some pickles because the owner likes the pickles that I make. And from what I hear, it was a grand old time. So congratulations to Peas Macarons. I'm being open for 2 years. You literally were instrumental in helping bring, the Twin Tiers community together in a time when, it's the pandemic. Everything was horrible then. So thank you for that. And all I have to do now is my signature, the panoramic shot right here. Oh, the sun is bright. The sun is very bright. But fun fact, when the day Peas Macarons opened, I was wearing this very outfit. Yeah. But that's what I did. Like, favorite, share, the subscribe button, follow me on social platforms, YouTube. I'm very humble for you guys watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. And remember, if you guys want to talk to us, you're here to learn. You're back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.